Hi, my name is Keith and I'm known as the Florida Stone Man. And today I'm going to be talking to you all about water element crystals. And I teach elements my way because this can be very confusing to people, but this actually will be more helpful and make more sense. In my last video, which I guess you guys really like that video, and you're going to like this video too because it's along the same lines and the same structure. But I'm going to teach you all about water element crystals, and I'll talk about what a water element crystal means very shortly. I would like to explain first. So, when it comes to chakras, this will not be chakra based because that can get confusing. That's because there's more than 7 chakras in the body, and there's actually over 100. But to keep it simple, people are like, okay, I taught about the fire element, and for example, today I'm going to just be talking about the water element crystals, and the water element is of the sacral chakra. So these are not, and I called fire crystals for the sacral chakra, so people are like, well, I'm getting kind of confused. Well, I'm going to make this nice and easy and just focus on the element of the gemstones that I teach about, because like I said, crystals are very versatile. They are multiple elements, but I'm going to be talking about their individual aspects. Now, I'm going to be talking about the throat chakra a lot in this video. The throat chakra is ether, but I'll be talking about it as if it's water, because it's all about fluidity and communication. And I'll also be linking aspects of the sacral chakra in this video. But I'll also keep this video very simple and cool. What's a water element crystal? A crystal that relates to the water element. Who would have guessed? But I mean, if you're expecting me to answer that, water element crystals have to do with fluidity, with beauty, with flow, with how you feel, with, and I'm also going to talk about different polarities of water in this video because I teach elements completely different. So there's stormy waters, there's hot water, there's cold water, there's boiling water, and certain crystals will relate more to certain elements. So the number one, water crystal. So why would you use a water element crystal? You're choosing a crystal based on the element, or just, let's just say I like the element of water, so I'd like to resonate with it. Or some of you in this video who might be fire signs should work with water element crystals, because if you have too much fire going on, the water element crystals will help you calm down and just feel amazing and wonderful and awesome. Versus if you have too much fire, you're just like, oh, I have so much energy, but you might not know that you're not putting the energy in the right places. So that's what the water element crystals does. A good example is if you have 2 people in a relationship who are just purely fire, and it's just fire all the time, and it could be a friendship, it could be a relationship, as in like you guys are dating, maybe husband and wife. If there's no balance between the two, then it's an imbalance. So with water element crystals, these crystals help calm you down. Makes you feel at home. It makes you feel in your own body, in your own mind, in your own aura. So the first water element crystal I'll be talking about is aquamarine, of course. Oh, if you could have guessed, I'm going to show you my aquamarine. People are like, what's the giant orb? This is aquamarine. It literally looks like water. So my crystals are always showing different faces and hiding. I'm actually going to go use the necklace, the crystals I have in my necklace as an example. But what do you talk about aquamarine? This is the water element crystal. Like, this crystal is the water element crystal. Now, aquamarine, and cool thing about water crystals, they'll open your gifts relating to water. I can't talk too much about that. If you guys can find out on your own, because I can't say all the juicy information like that, because I'm not allowed to say 100% of everything. But let's just say certain crystals give you an affinity for water. So when you go to the ocean, you'll just notice, a little sneak peek, a little hint, you'll notice yourself a little more connected, okay? Yeah. That's all I'll say. You put 2 and 2 together, because that'll make 4. And then you'll have that information forever. But when you wear aquamarine and you're around water, you'll be able to touch the water outside of your physical body. So you'll be able to connect to it. You'll just have a different feeling about water in general. when you wear aquamarine and you see a glass of water, it's like, okay, I can connect to this water differently, but I don't know how. It's because your inner spirit, your mind is on that frequency. So aquamarine helps calm you down. It helps make you mellow. It helps communication. It helps your passions. It helps things be nice and calm where they need to be. Because sometimes if things are too crazy, because let's just say you have all this energy, but it's not best serving you. So these crystals really just take you down a notch. But if you need to be up a notch, they'll help you get there in a sense that any energies that are preventing you from getting there, they're going to be muting those energies. So they have their own way of speeding the waters up or slowing the waters down. Yay! Aquamarine is basically just every polarity of water. It could be the cold waters, it could be the steamy waters. So it's basically when you boil water, it's getting that water to go. So basically, if in a conversation, because these crystals of water element will really, 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 really help in conversations, which is awesome. So if your waters they need to be boiled a little bit, or they need to add some excitement to the water, then it'll help you say the right words at the right time in the conversation. So it'll almost give you the gift of gab. And certain crystals do that better than aquamarine, which I'll be talking about shortly. But it's really important for you guys to know the background of water crystals, because I'll be going through a bunch of different crystals very shortly. So aquamarine's one of them. It's the water element crystal, so I'll talk about that one the most. So let's just say if you talk too much and you get in trouble because you talk too much, this crystal, you see how it looks like ice now, and it looks like hot. It looks like boiling water here, and then it looks like cold water here. So if you talk too much, it can help chill you out and just basically put a freeze on some of the things you're about to say. And say, okay, you'll just go like you won't feel the urge to shoot out a bunch of words that will bite you in the butt later. But the next crystal I'm going to talk about is another water element crystal, but this water element relates to the ocean. Blue kyanite. Blue kyanite, especially from FloridaStoneman.com, will get your energy right. And yes, I have the best blue kyanite, not subpar blue kyanite. It's the best of the best. It's ocean blue. So this crystal, I'd like you, this is the interactive part of the video. I'd like you guys to just picture yourselves, like close your eyes for my really gifted people and visualize an ocean in front of you. In the ocean, it's a hot day, and there's a bunch of like hot activity. These people are yelling, screaming at the beach. But you start walking, and people have their eyes closed. You start walking into the water. You feel the cool water at your ankles, and the sound of the people in the background starts to go down. It starts to get dim. And the further you walk into the water, and it goes up to your neck, now you can't hear the craziness on the beach. And now you feel cool. You feel refreshed. You feel amazing and wonderful, and you're feeling at home, even when you're not at home in your own body. Now open your eyes if your eyes are closed, and that's the feeling that blue kyanite embodies. Blue kyanite is literally, it looks like a crystal, and my blue kyanite is towards the back of my neck because it's on a specific chakra, but blue kyanite is a crystal that aligns all the chakras. Just like how you step into the ocean, the water goes all places in your body. Same thing with blue kyanite. It aligns all the chakras with peace and serenity and tuning out things that don't best serve you. So that crystal is the equivalent of getting into the ocean. The next water element crystal, I have a whole list here. Larimar. How could I leave Larimar out? This is a stone of the angelic realm. If you'd like to work with angels and you want to be in the same waters as your angels and to fluidly communicate with them even better, Larimar is a very good crystal. I'm going to hop on to the next crystal because that's known as the crystal of the angelic realm. This is actually a good transition. Smithsonite, which kind of looks like Larimar sometimes, but Smithsonite is the waters. It's a water element crystal that if you would like to see the truth in a situation, if you've been around stuff, if you feel like you want to see a little bit more, this crystal is revealing waters. So it's the waters that literally make things exposed. So if there's all these different gemstones on the beach, Smithsonite will clear those gemstones into being visible, into being fully visible. If there's a problem, it'll make the problem very visible, so you take care of it. If someone's doing stuff behind your back, this crystal is the waters to wipe away the sheets, the smoke in the mirrors, and just fully expose of whatever someone's doing. This crystal is the waters that wash away. You don't hear me talk about Smithsonite very often. Yeah. When it comes to Smithsonite, maybe you've had these psychic gifts, these psychic abilities, spiritual powers your entire life that have been with you, but you're just going through life not knowing you have them. It washes the cover off that, and it makes those more obvious to you too. Wow. It improves psychic abilities and powers. The next one is turquoise. Yay, turquoise. This is the stone of the waters, but it's a stone of beautiful water. So you can think of turquoise as when you wear this crystal, of life just being beautiful. It shines things. It just, if you put turquoise under a light, and this is my turquoise over here. This is a Chinese turquoise versus like a Kenyan turquoise, for example. It's vibrantly blue. So different turquoises do different things, but for the simplicity factor of this video, general turquoise will make your life more beautiful. It'll help improve your beauty. People will look at you differently. People will remember you differently. It's all about the beautiful waters. So you go to the Bahamas and you see, wow, these waters are beautiful. I could just remember these waters forever. When you wear turquoise and you talk to someone, maybe it's someone you like, and they'll just be like, wow, this person's such a beautiful person. God bless them. This is just they'll just be stained in their memory of how beautiful of a person you are, because this crystal emphasizes your inner beauty to being outer beauty, and it's very good for luck as well. Another blue, because I'm going to start hopping around random crystals now. Another blue crystal that's a water element crystal to improve your power of water spiritually is blue aventurine. Yeah, you guys don't really hear of it very often. It's actually very beautiful and very pretty. My blue aventurine is somewhere over here. Right here. That's my blue aventurine. And I will say some ice crystals in this video too. So maybe in future videos I'll talk more about maybe on this video I'll talk about ice crystals. So basically, an ice crystal. I like to talk about blue aventurine. There's so many beautiful crystals out here. I mean, okay, blue aventurine first. This crystal talk about the gift of gab. If you're talking to someone in a conversation, sometimes the most beautiful things you'll ever have to say accidentally come out to being said. So let's just say you've had this truth on the inside, but you've never known how to communicate. You don't probably have the intention to communicate it, but this word accidentally just fully communicates your truth. And I'm super excited now. So, and I'm wearing every single blue crystal, but I get very excited and very happy. So I'm like, I'm storing all these crystals in my head, like a kid in a candy store. But blue aventurine helps you say the right words at the right time, and it helps make your speech just amazing. It helps you have perfect timing, and when you say things, it helps the other person who you talk to be more calm, and certain things might pop up. So you might hear people say the right thing at the right time wherever you go. So if you didn't know someone does this, and that, but maybe that person does artwork, and you're looking for someone who does artwork, but you would not have known that person does artwork unless they would have said it in the conversation, which it popped up because you're wearing blue aventurine, and it makes things by chance happen to come out and be said. Cool. Okay. A really, really, really cool crystal. It's super rare. I'm just going to put this one out there. It's a water element crystal, blue amber. Now this crystal is let's just say blue amber has so much superpowers in it, and I thought about, should I say this in my video? Oh, okay, I'll say this very quickly. This crystal will give you superpowers. Next. You have to do research on blue amber, because I'm not going to say everything. I'm not allowed to say 100% of everything. This crystal, Avatar: The Last Airbender. Let's just say that. Okay. Yeah, and it's exactly like that. That's all I need to say about blue amber. That's what the crystal does. It pretty much makes you Last Airbender. It's supposed to be a myth, but you find out for yourself, guys. Next crystal, blue jade. Oh, this crystal is wonderful for relationships. This crystal, blue jade will make you very lucky when it comes to finding people that you'd like to talk to and maybe even collaborate with down the line. What I mean by collaborate, basically it'll attract people being in your life who are meant to be in your life, so that your truth gets communicated and passed on. How else can I explain this? Because sometimes people don't get one way that I explain something, so I have more than one way. Blue jade is said to immortalize certain aspects of what you want to contribute to the world. So this crystal will help. Let's just say your goal is to have more people being nice in the world, right? That's my goal. So this crystal will have more of an effect when you meet people. So you'll always have an effect on someone with this water element crystal. And yes, it gives you enchanted speech as well. A trend of these blue crystals and water element crystals, and yeah, a lot of them are the throat chakra too, but we're talking about the element. They enchant your speech. So however you think you just said something will be completely differently perceived, especially blue jade. It helps immortalize your voice. Let's just say that. So something you've been wanting to get out is going to stay out, and it will work in your favor. Let's just say you didn't say something correctly, but people will remember whatever you said completely differently. It's also a conversation protector too. Yay! Next blue crystal, and I'm running out of time because people like the shorter videos, so I'll keep this one short. I did say I'd talk about ice element crystals. So a crystal of pure ice is a new one that just came out. It's called Glacierite. It's literally the crystal that, you know how they had a frost dragon in Game of Thrones? I don't know how else to describe this crystal. This crystal literally, like, just any situation that's not going your way, it freezes. And whenever you're ready to thaw out whatever problem, whatever situation, it'll thaw out by itself when it's ready, or you can thaw it out whenever you want. So this crystal has a thing of freezing things. Freezing problems. So you're able to think about what you can do and then work on the problem. So this crystal is all about frost and ice, which is really cool. Oh, when you wear this crystal and it gets cold outside, your energy will resonate more with the cold. So if you hate the cold, now you're like, well, this is a part of me now. So it helps people in the cold too. Sapphire is a good water element crystal. Angelic Realm, youth, beauty, communication, angels. What more else could you desire? Wealth, prosperity, abundance, spiritual gifts. Sapphire does everything. Another one, Chrysocolla and Azurite. I'll talk about these two crystals in one. Chrysocolla more so enchants it. Chrysocolla is a water element crystal as well as blue Azurite. Blue Azurite, bleh. Azurite's not going to not be blue. It's like saying green Moldavite. No, all Moldavite's green. There is no blue Moldavite. There's no red Moldavite. Okay. I mean, if you go on Etsy, you'll probably find some blue Moldavite, aka plastic. So you'll wear some plastic, but that's why I tell you guys Moldavite should be gifted, because 90% of you get fake Moldavite. Real Moldavite's really obvious when it's real. Most of it's plastic. Okay. Chrysocolla, it enchants your voice to be beautiful. That's another trend. It also helps you have it makes your voice enchanting. So it makes it, instead of her just generally beautiful, it makes your voice just elegant and beautiful, and it's like sirenic. It's like a siren. If that's what you desire, let's just say if you're a singer, people will never get your voice out of your head. It'll be like those sailors, the mermaids at the end of the ship, and the sailors say, "Come to me!" And people will be jumping, voting for you. Take Chrysocolla on American Idol and say, "Florida Stone Man, I got this Chrysocolla from Florida Stone Man. This is why I can sing like this." You never know. I have so many crystals on this list. Ho ho ho. Okay, another ice crystal, because ice crystal is really cool. K2. I mean, I get really excited about these crystals. K2, if you have gifts that are not supposed to, I mean, let's just say you're at a point where you've had a gift that would have never opened in this lifetime. That crystal kind of cracks open the ice and just opens Pandora's box of gifts. That's all I'll say. I have so many crystals on this list. Sodalite. It's a water element crystal, but it's the saltier waters. What do I mean by salty waters? So what does salt do? It banishes bad things. Let's just say you're having way too many crazy thoughts, or too many thoughts in your mind. Salt banishes, salt preserves. It'll preserve the good thoughts and banish bad thoughts, and it'll have you having mental peace in your head. Oh, so many crystals. Whoa. Now, blue apatite, it's a water element crystal that makes... I said a lot of crystals in this video. Blue apatite opens the doorways. Let's just say the waters are against the door, and it kind of pushes the door open for you to communicate with your guides. What kind of water element crystal is blue apatite? It's cool to teach about crystals like this. Blue apatite is a water element crystal. So let's just say, let's just say you're not getting enough water. You're not getting enough communication. This crystal is a crystal to push open the doors with water to communicating your guides. Let's just say you have a bad appetite for the wrong waters. Let's just say you accidentally crave waters that hurt you. What do I mean by that? Let's just say you like to go to a beach that's polluted. The waters that hurt you. Like you like to go to, you're not sure which waters are clean and which ones are dirty. So you're accidentally, let's just say you're addicted to So any kind of addictions or any kind of insatiabilities, let's just say you can't drink enough water. What do I mean by can't drink enough water? Let's just say, because I'm relating everything I teach right now to the water element. Okay, let's just say you have a bad habit with biting nails, and you're biting your nails way too much. This crystal is gonna soothe that with water element energies and make you less likely to bite your nails. Cool. That's what I mean by if you're not getting too much water, if you're not getting too little water. I'm not talking about actual water. I'm talking about water as in the sense of the element. Next crystal. One last crystal. Lapis lazuli. Oh, I didn't teach this in the last video. So this crystal's water and fire. It's a boiling water crystal. Well, and I hope you guys are getting the trend of, okay, this is more the hot polarity of water. This is more the cool polarity. In my last video of the fire element crystals, I did forget to say in the video to include lapis lazuli. That's more so the blue fire. It's St. Michael the Archangel's crystal. It is lapis lazuli. He's an angel. And yeah, St. Michael the Archangel in the background, if you can see him. He's a beautiful angel. Lapis lazuli is a wonderful crystal in the sense of water element to make it fluid to communicate with your guides, fluid to access your gifts, fluid to see more visually with your third eye, and it allows you to connect to water in a very strong way. Oh, I said I'll put one more crystal in this video because this is probably one of the coolest water crystals. This helps you go back to see where your waters came from, aka your past lives, your past life abilities. The next water element crystal is Ancient Waters. It's Larvakite. Larvakite is a crystal. It's the Vikings, the waters of the Vikings. Oh, I keep saying one more crystal, one more crystal. Oh, Larvakite helps you really just establish boundaries. It sets boundaries. It doesn't let the wrong people enter your waters. It's spiritually, anything that's monitoring you will feel like it's bumping into something when you're wearing this crystal. This crystal's a wall in the waters. You know how they have, back then the Vikings would do it. They would put rocks around their bay, so any kind of enemy ships that they try to get in, they'd go over the rocks and they couldn't access the waters because there's barriers there. That's Larvakite. That's as an energy. Cool, right? Last crystal, Iolite. This is the crystal of the waters, but this is the crystal of navigating the waters. Let's just say you're an astral traveler, and when you get into the astral realm, you're like, okay, where am I? Like, you'll see different guides that are not even yours. Sometimes the guides that you see in the astral realm are just guides. They're not even your guides. They're just like, I'm a guide here. I'm like, whose guide are you? Just the guide. And they'll start showing you stuff. So if you don't know where you're going in the astral realm when you astral travel, you'll just show up places and you're like, what am I doing here? This crystal, Iolite, will help you navigate the waters. They literally used it as, even to show the Vikings, they used it. They would, it helped them navigate through foggy waters, through, even when it's clear, it helps them show them where they're supposed to go. But it has a spiritual element of navigating the waters, instead of for defending your waters like Larvakite. I said so many different water element crystals in this video. This video is a longer video, but water signs are probably like this. Yay! Fire signs are like, okay. Earth signs are like, okay, where's my video? Ooh, earth crystals might be next. I've talked about so many crystals in this video. Blue topaz, let's talk about a few more. Blue topaz, blue opal. So many different water element crystals. Blue lace agate, a good crystal. If you want to enter the waters of being seen, I keep saying one more crystal. You see how these videos go, guys? I'm gonna end this video right here. If you want to be a singer and you want to enter the waters of improving your singing voice, blue lace agate. It'll help you swim in the right waters and you'll actually improve your singing voice by using that crystal. No more crystals, guys. I mean, lots more crystals, but you can get the crystals at floridastoneman.com. I'll have every single one of these on my website coming up. I have to say my website more often in all of my videos that I teach, but if you'd like the world's best crystals, best made, guaranteed, high quality, go to floridastoneman.com. And I'll put a bunch of water element. I might make a water element category. I hope you guys really like this video. If you have any questions on water element crystals, ask them in the comment section, guys. Until then, I'll see you guys next time. Ciao!